And 2, we have more fuel, of course. Not the whiplash. Where is our beautiful rapier engine? And to give us a better opportunity to design something of a size. Because if you look at this, if this is the size of tail fin that you need to get stable, then what size space plane are you expected to make? I wonder. You know, I wonder what would happen if we literally just took this giant fin, because that would control quite a lot. You work 36 hours right now, Vayne and saying, save up 1 day every 2 weeks, and you spend that day working for someone else. Then you also want to work in your own projects, see? It's good you took a break to start playing Skyrim, feel so relaxed, see? Vayne, that's exactly what I ended up with as well, where you work so much and you think, oh, I have this time and I can do this and I can do that, and in the end, you just kind of end up being real stressed. Which makes me wonder, like, is that really worth it? Is that why I want to do this? Is that what I want to go for? I wonder. Let's put fuel tanks on here. So this is something I was trying to figure out earlier. I was just thinking of how do I design this to work well enough, and I was looking at different designs, including, for instance, the Blackbird, the famous, you know, stealth fighter thing, and that had something like this, where there was a little wing section there, and then there were engines on the side. There we go. They were a little bit closer in. And then there was, and the whole thing sort of functions as a wing. So it has minimal actual full-on wing sections, full-on lift sections. So I'm trying to figure out how we can make something that tries to emulate that quite a bit. To be sleek. Something like that. To be... To be, basically to be very thin, so that it's good supersonic, hypersonic even, but can still give us what we need lift-wise. So I'm wondering, why do these rotate so weirdly? Because they are not in the center. So I'm gonna have to move these a little bit. I have no idea whether this is a good idea at all, by the way. I want these to be involved in pitch. And once you play Dreamfall chapters, you've gotten so much that you replay The Longest Journey and then Dreamfall itself. You're going to start with the final game. You were thinking of playing the point-and-click adventure in your spare time. Take a 2-week vacation period for the other 2 games. Play them in complete isolation. Oh, that'd be nice. Okay, this thing now seems ridiculously oversized, the tail fin. Yeah, that would, I guess, affect my idea of whether or not I would play those games on stream then. So I was thinking of maybe doing that. Let's see. Where is the center of mass? That is way back. Which, you know, on the good side, if we place these all the way at the front of these nacelles, they're still pretty close to that center of mass, allowing this thing potentially to lift up. If I've caught somebody playing Chroma Rangers, looked really cool in tactical RPG kind of way with lots of cheese. I have never heard of Chroma Rangers. What kind of game is that? Let's see. If we can then also move these up just gently. Just a little bit. See, now they're widely spaced, so they're stable, hopefully on the runway. These things, I wonder if these will be able to affect it enough to lift it up. Should have actually gotten something like Werner engines to be able to move this thing with a reasonable amount of RSS. Let's see where we end up. I want drogue chutes to be able to slow this plane down upon landing. I want to be able to have an emergency eject. As always, we'll have a flight unit. I think maybe again, just try and get some parachutes. Where will you put these? Again, mostly because it's an experimental plane and death may result. Let's see, and ideally we'd need to get RCS in on this baby. Radio mount cameras would be real sweet, by the way. But let's first just test it and see whether we can get this thing in the air. So just some basic RSS. Rear wings. Here's the downside. This thing is going to roll if we get something that's not aligned properly. So, we're gonna see if we can just get some RSS on the front. RSS on the sides here so we can get it down, forwards, backwards, left and right, although that will rotate it. And of course we're going to need some RSS fuel. I'm going to try and keep this small. Hey, how can you tell it's a male plane? Three Amigos. What a movie. Now this is right on it. Let's see what happens now with a dry... Oh, there we go. The dry center of mass is going to shift up. Really? It's going to shift backwards a whole lot. So that's going to be a problem. This thing is going to get real unstable. Which means that this will have to be moved back. That's going to be minimal wing span. I mean, still right now, a lot of the center of lift, which is of course the body, is in the front. Maybe if we move the RCS forward. There we go. Moving the RCS forward helps with the weight. Moving the center of weight forward. So let's put these near the front there. And let's get some aerodynamic, just a little bit of wing. Okay, these are the white ones. Let's go on these small ones. Center of lift behind the center of mass there. Now test if we fill this. Where do we end up? A little bit behind. This should, I think, be okay. Whew. So Fub is explaining Chroma Rangers as you play as a team of stuntmen playing a Sentai team, think Power Rangers, but they're actual enemies to defeat, and while you're fighting for the future of the Earth, your directors are giving you missions, you have to keep an eye on your ratings. Oh, I heard of that. Also, again, thank you. Let me alt-tab for a second, because I think I may have Chroma something or other. Okay. Alt-tabbing to Steam, Library, Games, Chroma Gun, Chroma Squad. Oh, I have something called Chroma Squad, which is probably the first game of the same people, I think. It's a tactical RPG about 5 stunt actors who decide to quit their jobs and start their own Power Rangers-inspired TV show. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that probably same type of game. Okay, you know what? Shuttle program. This will be Shuttle 2. We want these things to have automatic switching. Automatic switching. Wait, are they already on automatic or are they on manual? I don't know how that works. I think they're on automatic right now. Because that's what it says. Okay, let's just give this a go. We save, we launch. No, that is the one. So it's Chroma Squad and a Chroma Rangers, my bad. Oh, no worries, no worries. I figured, you know, they'd have Chroma Squad and then game 2 would be Chroma Rangers. Hello? Camera? What's going on here? I have no idea why it keeps adjusting like that. You know what? Let's solve the problem like this. Haha! Okay. I am gonna quick save because this is super nerve-wracking for me. Let's engage. That fin, that rear fin is ridiculous. We could probably do without that. Okay, it doesn't have enough control surfaces to get off the ground, I think. Let's look at this. We're going at 120 already. And we're not even able to lift this nose off the ground. Abort! Abort! Okay, that's about as good as we can get it. Let's adjust this a little bit more. This is what I get for, one, not having an actual green screen that is a very tightly focused green screen, nor having proper lights. Okay, let's, oh, we can't revert, of course. Let's just recover. So this thing does not have anywhere near the control surfaces that we needed to. Rage quit. Total rage quit. Now I kind of figured we just had the 2 tiny elevons that just didn't cut it. Now I'm thinking this the tail fin, it doesn't need to be that big. That really is ridiculous. This would probably be okay. There we go. So we do need more control surface. That makes this tricky. I think maybe better than adding more lift. Here's the issue. I can add canards to the front, which is, I think, a good way to solve it, but it will pull our center of lift forward quite a bit. don't want it for too much. So I wonder if this is a good solution. Let's model this. Let's test this out. Look, lapsang Sushan is a real crucial component of aeronautics, okay? Okay, these things might need less control. Look at how big that control surface is. I mean, not to brag. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Can we deploy the parachutes? That's alright. That's alright. That was just 2 engines. We're fine. We're fine. So this is basically a really, really expensive car right now. Brake. Air brakes is something we might need. And I have another idea. That's okay, that's okay. Recover that debris. And recovered that debris. So it looks like the engines were actually still available for us. Excellent. So we'll use another bit of advice that we got yesterday. First off, we will install air brakes. But let's make them a little bit smaller. And have them go to 80, let's say. So what we're going to do is we're going to angle this entire vessel by pulling these upwards. That way, the entire thing is going to be pointed upwards on the runway already. And I wonder if we even need these then. Let's have them lower authority. I don't want them activating... Oh, right, that's right. Just on pitch. Okay. Let's save and try this. Okay. Quick save. Gonna do some quick save in case we get that weird little thing we had earlier. No wait, that was yesterday with the runway, if you remember, that weird little bump. So it's now pointed slightly upwards, as you can see, which hopefully will help it take off. One of those canards... Actually, it makes sense that those are pointed up because we're trying to get lever action, I think. Okay, we're still not getting off the ground real well. I'm just gonna see what happens if we use the entire runway though. There we go, there we go. That gets us off the ground. Let's ascend very steeply. Full-on 45-degree angle to get up high as quickly as we can. Because our goal is to get to 10 kilometers quickly, and then we shallow out. Try to... Oh, there we go. We are slowing down way too much. So we can't do the 45-degree climb, but this way we can still keep increasing speed and gaining altitude, I think. Why are these engines not doing that well? we not have intake air usage? There we go. So this ascent did not work. The 45 degree did not get us enough speed for these engines to really start working their magic. So this is less than ideal. That's alright, we will work with what we have. Look at how nervous that guy is. We'll be fine, we'll be fine, don't worry about it. The attitude here. A good graph of how we're doing. A nav ball. Maybe get some orbital data. Resources. Actually, do we have the vessel viewer? There we go. We are burning heavily. Excellent. How's our fuel doing? Doing fine. We are still ascending. Orbital velocity is slowly increasing. That could be better. Yeah, this thing is not getting in the air. This is strange. Why are we so slow? That other vessel did far better. I think the problem is our lack of lift. We do need more wing area, I'm betting. Because when you start slowing down this much, that's definitely when you're not... You shouldn't be slowing down here at all. Thrust is decreasing. I wonder what's going on here. These combs are open, aren't they? Yeah. It's a little bit surprising to me. I did not think that we'd be slowing down this much. See still if I can get to 10k though. I mean, this is already not efficient, so this is not going to be getting into space. But I want to find out why. Now it looks like our slowdown is slowing down. Our acceleration is no longer dropping as much. So I'm thinking that potentially we will be gaining efficiency soon. When we hit 10k, I'm willing to bet that this is going to go up again. But again, that's why we're testing. See how slowly this is dropping now? Yeah, since these things work best on at high velocities, we'd still need more. We'd still need high speeds to actually get the most out of these things. Yeah, the intake air usage is very low. So I guess I need more of these engines? Not quite sure why it's having so much difficulty. I wonder if I drop this because it wants to fall down. No. It really wants to fall down. I wonder whether it might be worthwhile to create like a personal shuttle. A single little spaceship that gets up there. this thing is just not getting into space at all. Yeah, you can see it as well. It's barely dragging its booty up. I think we need more lift. This really was too little. Let's throttle down and just land this safely. And by land safely, I mean use our emergency parachutes. Yeah, this thing is a brick. See, we don't even have enough lift to try and get it up. That's don't pull that out of context. No, we don't have enough lift to actually have this body stabilize anything or even float. So I'm just gonna use this to slow down. We can even put the air brakes on. Get this additional slowdown here. Just gonna hope that this thing is going to gently touch us down. And again, I'm using the legs purely as a means to, well, break the water, break the impact. Let's speed that up a little bit. Now it's being dragged down, of course, because the drogue chutes are pulling it directly behind. The drogue chutes were never really meant to... there we go, there's the flip. Never really meant to, you know, take it down like this. That's alright. One... Gently, gently, gently. There we go. Gently, the polite brother of Bruce Lee. So we're gonna need more lift, is what I'm thinking. There we go. What we could do... You got it, Van. You got it. So instead of using these, let's remove those. Why is Domina so rough on you? Oh yeah, I had so much fun with Domina. That game is wonderful, but indeed it is real rough. Even the best games I had with it. Games where I was thinking, I'm doing great. I'm just doing wonderful. Everything is going just fine. It's like, yeah, let's do this. And then the game suddenly says, oh, you know what? How about no? And just throws these insane dudes at you. And all your hopes of being an amazing Domina, just, they're gone. Failures. Okay, how about that? That gets us more wing space, hopefully more lift. Puts us a little bit behind. Let's see if we can move these forward more. Would have liked these to be way back here. That looks pretty cool. Let's move these forward because we're still going to be adding our elevons and ailerons. So we have these, or should we probably get these here near the edge? And we get these smaller ones right there.